to the man. Shout out to the man, the peace sign there. This is Grub Mud. All right, he's got a YouTube channel there. We've had a little banter back and forth. I want to give him some constructive criticism directed directly for him to use as he wishes. There was a comment I was going to type in. I typed it in, rather. Try aluminum foil for the gas cap. This machine's got a little cap missing. That happens frequently. Try to compact your first layer thin into the soil base. At some point, the soil will not be able to take more stone. So you're gonna compact the soil in there until it displaces the soil around it to the point of rejection, meaning no more stone will get depressed into the soil. At that point, start your lifts. So now you know you've got a tight soil for that tamper. That tamper puts out, let me look at my notes here. Yeah, that's not going to happen, is it? That tamper puts out roughly 8 pounds of force per square, 7.77, all sevens, pounds per square inch of force. That is, that's good enough. Look, that's well in excess of what the dead loads of the concrete will be, and well in excess of what the loading of the patio will be. So you're great. At this point, start your lifts. If you will not have any car loads entering the surface, no need to increase the edge of slab. That's what people talk about with him in there. Unless you were attempting to resist water from an above-grade slope. You got a slope coming down, and you just don't want the water to crawl underneath your deck, freeze, and start freeze jacking your concrete in sections. So having it 10-inch edge, doesn't even have to be that thick at the outer edge, just enough to stop to redirect the water. Where you've got a 4-inch pad and say 10 more inches down, not 4 inches wide, just enough to make a curb stop. So it would come over, it'd hit the patio, it'd try to go underneath of it, but it'd have to go down, say 4 and 10, 14 inches. And then at that point, it's now tapped out. It'll start backing up to the point of rejection again, and you're okay. But in that case, you should do a swell and get the water away from the patio. But it's just an option. That would force the water deeper down and not directly under your slab. And definitely you want to get it down where it's not freezing. Even though you're in Indiana, they may tell you footers are 32 inches, but your real true freeze cycle might be only at 20 inches. You can determine that by digging a hole with a post hole digger, get a bottle of water, drop it down the hole in your wintertime, and watch the bottle come out, look at it. If it's not frozen in the coldest of colds, then you're good to go. Now that's just a post hole, right? Don't dig an open trench, lay the bottle in there and go, it froze. Yeah, it's an open trench. Water and stone is a smaller percentage, that's what he talked about, water, and helps with consolidating your stone. The stone can hold about 0.5% per weight. So, a pound, it'd be 0.5% of the stone is water. It's okay. And then the water is rejected. If you had an oven-baked stone, fully dry stone, when you put your concrete mix together, that stone will then absorb the water from your mix, and that can make your, have some plastic shrinkage cracks, etc. So, the water, you're okay with it, as long as it's not, super saturated stone somehow, and I don't think you can get that. If a job was critical, then the stone would be baked to determine its WC, water content. Great job on leveling your stone. Here's my shout out to you. Now let's go ahead and look at his video and his content, a couple of things here, and then we'll be positive and go from there.
2 inches of number 8s. Then we topped it off with sandy reclaimed stone. We compacted it in lifts. You notice how this is 4 inches thick right here. It's not 6. We didn't turn it down. In my very first video, I talked about this. I said it's stronger to make your concrete 4 inches thick than it is 6, and I got some really bad comments saying, you're an idiot, you don't know what you're talking about. How could 6 inches be not as strong as 4?
I didn't read his comments. He put it up there. All right, the edge is thicker, and it heaves, causing it to weaken, seen 1,000 times. The edge is thicker, it in a heave. Okay, it's probably water underneath of it because of the top of the concrete. Let's see if I can break this down for what he just wrote there. So it looks like this. So here's the pad. We'll go with the pad here, and we'll go to inside the pad, and then we'll do that. What did he call it? What the person up here call it? 4-inch weaker. But anyway, it looks like this. All right, so it looks like that guy there. Water comes, goes on top. Water comes, it goes here. It can slide down, and that's it. Now he's saying heave. I don't know how like I said, you got to be below the frost line. So it'll be down here, creating an expansion, and then his crack would probably present right about here. Depending how stiff this is, if there's rebar, it might pick a different point to cause a heave, as you stated. Now that would be a compressive crack up here and open down here. So it may look like heave. Somebody could have driven on it, and it would look like this at the top, and it's mistaken for a heave. It would be open. That means this bottom part took a rotation down because of, you know, I like drawing my cars. Because of the car, this car's lacking back wheels. It's that new car energy stuff. So the car has that surge, right? When you come onto a curb, they want to stop. They want to hit their brakes. When they do that, it's super loading this area here. Super loading. Okay, so, and then that gets you your fracture here. Let's get off of that now. So let's see the comments for fun. And don't save. Okay, I'm convinced that you don't have any business trying to tell anybody how to do anything with COVID. You know I've got to play around. You do not have 25 years experience of concrete, definitely not a master finisher. Wow, this person's really triggered. You know about the files, right? As there is no such thing. So there you go. I've been pouring and finishing concrete for 31 years. When you said that, if it's thicker than 4 inches, it will weaken the concrete. That was about the dumbest thing I've heard. Okay, so if it's thicker than 4 inches, it will weaken the concrete. So he believes the heave is causing the 4 inches. He's gonna he does a nice uniform pad that really does make it consistent in its reactions. Testing the soil would be what I would put down here, and I'd have to give him a link to that device to test the soil to see how soft it is. Then you're going to inspect this layer here, and you're looking for cracks and fractures. And you don't want these cracks and fractures. The concrete, when it goes down, the initial water might be pulled in to this dried area, and develop stress failures because of the water being sucked out like a straw. This acts like a straw, if you will. So a fracture can, the drier parts can do that. Giving this a sprinkle of water helps reject it. Plastic is even better because now you don't have to worry about this taking you out. And you can use a very thin plastic when you place your concrete. Very thin. Because it's just stopping the bleed water from going down. It's going to come up. You're going to get a consistent from the bottom up drying, or top down if it's really hot. And you don't want that. But you're not going to have the issue of the materials sucking part of your hydration water out. Now that's not a bad thing if you're ordering high slumps, and you just like, you know what, I just like the ease of ordering high slumps. People do that, and this would help take away that. You put a high slump on a plastic, and you're going to learn your lesson hard. You'll have to scrape the bleed water off, which will go out to there more than likely. So he does a mixture of lifts of stones. It's okay as long as it compacts, and let's go from there.
4 inches uniform all the way across is stronger than a turn down 6-inch base. Obviously with a jackhammer, the 6 inches is stronger than the 4. But to have a slab that is uniform, sitting on a compacted base with 3 lifts, compacted each time, uniform at 4 inches thick all the way across is going to be stronger than having it anywhere of 6 inches thick. So the customer...
So look, you guys know I showed you micro topping, so don't be triggered by his 4-inch thing and saying 6 is... It can be equal when it's on a non-deflective surface. So 4 inches, 6 inches, your non-deflective surface, and with these loads, there's no reason to overkill it. Nobody likes overkilling floor joists. You ever try to sell somebody up on a floor joist? A 2x10 will work, and you tell them you should go with 2x12s. Well, why do these concrete contractors keep thinking that they can do 6 inches and do less ground prep? It doesn't work that way. Now this has a pressure that's not going to be helpful for trying to evaluate the soil. You want to use a heavy vehicle to come back here. You get a tractor, but I don't know if it's going to be here. Or the probe, to probe the soil. And if you don't have a probe, use a piece of rebar and see how it reacts. Pound it in here at different places. Take note of how the soil is reacting. I mean different places. I mean you can do it every 10 inches if you want to really check this zone it out. And I love fiber. I don't know what his mix is going to be here, but he mentions fiber. I don't know if he's going to add it.
Absolutely had to get this done, so we started it early March. The problem is, it's all muddy in early March. So I want.
All right, we'll pass on that. So, dump trailer, stone. We're going to fast forward it. There was only one other thing I wanted to give a shout out for. All right, he's laying his stone. I love his planks. He's protecting it's not going to be muddy. He's protecting the grass. It makes it easy to wheelbarrow over here, as he stated, muddy. But then that's that part where I mentioned it here. Add the base till you get to the point of rejection, and then go from there.
Third done.
All right, go ahead.
Coverage anyway. Not
What you're in.
I'm going to fast forward. I'm just trying to...
What we're gonna do is put the.
There's his tamper. This one talking about the cap, right? Is that a cap missing? Yeah, a little piece of foil on there. Now the plate, you may say, oh, it's a small plate. It's a small tamper. That's not the way that works. It's about the pressure that's on the plate. They divided the total impact pressure, the vibration frequency, and your results to get your density. You want to get this really dense. And one of the ways is displacement. You can try to see if you can put a 40-pound weight on this, for example, and see how it displaces it. You can load it and to see how it displaces, or displaced past tense.
We gotta grade it. It's gonna have little rounded corners.
So I like what he did there. Initially, I was going to comment, then I took it down because you see what he did. Now, he's tamping, and then his form work goes in. So his form work goes in. So we see it with the form work already in. And so now that makes it easy for the tamper to go beyond where you need it to. Your stone should go beyond exactly where your pad stops.
Going around there and on this side too. So
let's up it up. And then the water,
blow that board off.
the what's around there matters. There's a in here, so you would be addressing. All right, what if the hose leaks? It's going to get. Where'd you go? Right there. So right there, there's a hose bib. It's outside there, so but the water leaks, it can go under there with the pad. And, but again, the loading is not going to be a vehicle. It's going to be human load. So it wouldn't hurt to have a little wash splash block there to keep the water from undermining the corner. Just undermining it. Looks like it's poured foundation, so I don't see that as a problem with. I'm not too sure of that. I don't see that with a problem with the water getting too close there. This house would tell that. You can tell its own history. All right, it's getting nice tight compaction now. You see how smooth and slick that looks. There's some moisture on there, and that's why it gets that little plastic cracks. There's the overflow plastic steaks. His dinner steaks. Get it? All right, let's go with that. And here's his protection. He put it down. That's great. And then we up it. Here we go. So now he has his form work in, and now he's going to run the pass again, cleaning it up. Now this form work's in, and so that was good. That was good procedures. Well, there's the what I'm talking about there again. So we don't get to see the finished work on this one. And all right, so he gets it nice and graded beautifully with the string and all. We'll give him an A for that. Let me just write here, video reply coming. Video reply posting. Oh, I'm responding to the wrong person. Anyway, so there we go, get rid of that. So let's look at his, I want to show you this. I want to show you this something for my own little edification. Where is it? Is it that one I saw? No. Oh, I think it would show what I 12 days ago? Maybe that's it then. I think his channel's new, and this one's saying.
Good things come to those that.
No. Let me see. Oh, yeah, hold on. Let me see where he is. I'm trying to scrub the mouse below. And I think I'm in the wrong. Yeah. Let me try his channel again. Bear with me here. Videos. That's pretty. Like stamp, obviously. See the overhang? Bull nose? Really nice. No. Just showing guys having craziness. That's the 4-minute video. This is the one I just saw. So, where are you, little baby? 1 month ago. I think that might be too far. That's great. He had a friend in there talking to him, and another worker state that he tried to write him on YouTube, one of his workers he found, and YouTube blocked the guy's comments. I'm like, look, he's got the same problem on his channel that we have about YouTube blocking comments. All right, I didn't really dive too much into your channel. Seems like you've got a lot of stuff here. This is worth having a little fun with. Let's scrub this one together real quick.
Hi, this is Bobby with Grub Mud Concrete. Today we're working out at Mama's house.
Mom's house. Mom's out. Mom's something. Okay, let's just scrub it. So he's gonna remove the Bosch jackhammer. A Bosch looking jackhammer. Out it comes. We won't be bad on him. Let's go here. Out she goes. Protection. Yeah, there's the plate tamper. Like it. Like it.
We also had a little tamp to do the sides of it too. The string
Okay,
running
good.
across is where the baseboard goes, and I actually have a pencil line
I'm gonna fast forward it.
going up and down right
Keep
there.
up the tamping. Keep up the tamping. Like to see the tamping. So many people will not tamp. I mean, more than not, concrete contractors don't tamp.
It's really not that hard. It's
Maybe they do a lot of tamping up there, but
your head.
down this way,
That's what concrete's really all
you
about.
are lucky if you get a concrete tamp. They'll tell you you're getting a tamp, but if you get it, you're lucky. And here we are. You can get yourself a Hudson sprayer if you want to moisten down your stone and help you lock it in. Soil too. The plate wants to stick to it, but okay. We'll get back to that. Let's fast forward this. Really. Okay, he's going to do the radius, and that's just radius to the corner. Then you put the radius in it, real nice. And I don't know if we're getting it. I think that this is the form work video. Yeah, we're just getting form work on this. Alright, so nice radiuses. Rebar reinforcement. I mean his pins, let's pins there. Alright, so the rebar there. You're on grade, you tamped it. The rebar is, go with fiber mesh. The rebar is just a hazard because it eventually can swell up and crack your sidewalk, unless you plan on putting control joints in there and you want that to be a protection for your like a dowel. Okay, and the foam work's going in, looking good. Oh, before, it's not too ugly, is it? Not too ugly. Little step up. Okay. Before again. Expose aggregate. And after expose aggregate. Yeah, that is pretty. 3 steps. That was pretty much 1 step before. So it gives a nice little radius. Then a radius again. Sitting on top of this patio design. I'm not hating on that. It's I like the exposed aggregate. Did a beautiful job. And it looks like it's consistent. Alright, take care guys. This is, if you want to come find them, Grubhub. Yeah, I know what I said. Grub Mud. Take care guys. Love you. Bye. Wish you the best on that Grub Mud. Get your channel to grow, buddy.